the first thing that anybody should be focused on is assessment. If you're not looking at yourself, looking at your weaknesses, your imbalances, it's very difficult for you to tell yourself to do a max effort anything. Should you be throwing weight on your back before you can comfortably squat with your butt under your knees? It's not a great idea if you don't have full mobility. So, a lot of what we have to do first is take some movement assessments. And I know that at home, this isn't one of those easy tips where you can say, well, how do I know when I'm mobile enough? You have to be comfortable getting your hip crease under your knee crease. And if you can't do that without a straight back, a straight low back, you're really not ready to start putting weight onto those squats. And if you do, I mean, we're talking about like put an empty bar on it so that you're not adding tons of weight. But you have to have that mobility. And I talk about my wife a lot on the show, and she was a gymnast. And so her ability to maintain a straight spine and a sturdy core through any movement is insane. She does it naturally. But I could look at my brother, who's a fireman, obviously in great shape, can literally carry people out of buildings. But I get more worried about him because when he tries to go down for just a body weight squat, all the like his low back starts curling, everything just kind of rounds out. And so to add weight on top of an immobile body is dangerous. It's dangerous for the body. So the first thing that everybody needs to do is assess their movement. Can you get your hip crease under your knee crease while looking in a mirror or putting a phone on the side of you and saying, does my low back stay straight, or does it, we call it a butt wink, or does it just curl out at the very end? And if it is curling out, if you can't get that depth, you have to embrace a mobility program. And from our training together, we go through a ton of mobility before we do anything with weights. Everything's about getting deep, getting more range, and finding out what's tight.
Yeah, and it's especially with the program that we're doing. I've said it while we've been working out, but one of the things that has stuck with me that our strength trainer said in college a lot was, don't get blinded by weight. And now that I'm an adult, I agree with that completely. But in the college atmosphere, when you have 19 to 23-year-old guys that are in a weight room, it was so hard to not get blinded by weight. We called it bench 1, bench 2, squat 1, squat 2, and it was based on strength. And it was, if you're not a competitor, then you were trying to get up to that top bench.